ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
Could you accept the fact that 1 million Americans died from COVID?
I don't know how many died.
You're the Secretary of Health and Human Services. You don't have any idea how many Americans died from COVID?
I don't think anybody knows that because there was so much data chaos coming out of the CDC, and there were the first incentives. And these are modeled.
You don't know the answer of how many Americans died from COVID. This is the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Do you think the vaccine did anything to prevent additional deaths?
Again, I would like to see the data and talk about the data.
The job for 8 months, and you don't know the data about whether the vaccine saved lives?
The problem is that they didn't have the data. The data by the Biden administration absolutely dismal.
So when politicizing, you're saying the Biden administration politicized all the data? Go back to what Cantwell just said. Surgeon General.
They fired Dr. Grubb. They fired all the people who questioned the orthodoxy. They fired Dr. Gruber, Dr. House.
The Secretary of Health and Human Services doesn't know how many Americans died from COVID. Doesn't know if the vaccine helped prevent any deaths. And you are sitting as Secretary of Health and Human Services. How can you be that ignorant?
Thank you. He's one of my favorite. That was Senator Mark Warner, Democrat from the great state of Virginia. Speaking of Virginia, yes, another son of Virginia. Actually, this is he cut his teeth. He got inspired in a class taught by the great Nikki Giovanni. And was it Virginia State? Was it
Virginia Tech? Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech. I'm sorry, Virginia Tech. Let me welcome. Yes, best-selling author many times over. He's got a new book, Poems, Letters, Blurbs, and Poems, Letters, Blurbs. Nikki Giovanni's The Final Work, the new book, The Final Work. The one and only, the great Kwame Alexander. 35 books. Hey.
Yeah, 44, but who's counting?
Oh, wait, hold on. Because no, we got to get her. I'm counting, 44 books. I'm counting. That matters.
There's an African proverb that says, "He who is born a fool is never cured." So I think that applies to that clip you just shared and applies to this state, this circus of fools that we find ourselves, trying to wade through.
I'm trying to figure out, and let me not try. The task is, how do we get through this? How do we get through this? Because the truth of the matter is, this hearing, much like the hearings I was telling you, this was as entertaining as the hearings with, Kamala Harris and the judges, Brett Kavanaugh, when the Senate, the senators were giving Brett Kavanaugh and making him cry. And, those Senate hearings to confirm the Supreme Court justices didn't do anything because they all got confirmed, right? And so we knew that they were sitting folk who might be, who touch people, who might have alcohol issues, who might never have heard a case. And they got confirmed anyway, because really we're talking about soullessness. We're talking about a lack of character. It's not just about people being fools, Kwame. It's about people not standing up for what's right, even confronted. We had a doctor on the damn Senate committee, and he confirmed this man that he knew was bereft of any knowledge. And then he had the audacity today to wag his finger at him. But you could have voted no.
Right.
So I'm struggling.
Well, this is why we listen to you. Because
this can't be. No, absolutely not. No, this is not why.
And I knew you were going to want to talk about this. Here's the thing. I remember maybe 2 weeks before Nikki passed, I had the same sort of energy and just disgust at what was happening and what we needed to do. And, I'm channeling I'm channeling we're fired up. We can't take no more. We're fired. I'm channeling my 60s. And I'm talking to Nikki, and she just sort of laughs. And she says, Kwame, we've been through worse. And this too shall pass. Keep doing what you're doing. Inspiring, engaging, empowering, loving. And so,
Mhm.
and so as someone who sat at her dining room table night after night, listening to the stories, our conversation is 6 hour conversation. Dinner starts at 8. We get up at 2. Here's every dinner from 97 till 2024, December 9th, when she passed. The evolution of those dinners went like this. Starts off with her catching up on everything I've done. Kwame, I read this. This was good. Or I can always tell when she ain't like a book. Kwame, I read this book and that's it. Right? So we go from there to now we're talking about what she's doing and where she is in the world and how much she's been traveling and how she needs to slow down and what she's working on a new book, Kwame. And so that then evolves into now we're going to gossip about all the writers that we've been encountering and we know. So it's gossip time. And then we're going to go from gossip to now we're going to single out a particular person who neither one of us like. And so now, we're going to drop we're going to get real like yeah, he ain't nothing. And then we're going to go from there to back in the 60s, back in the 70s, this is what happened. And then we're going to go to a particular person or a particular incident or an experience during that period of her life in her 20s and her 30s that was tormenting, tortuous, brutal, and she's going to begin to cry. And she's going to begin to share the names of the people, that are causing this sadness, this, as the Brazilians say, this saudade, this longing for those people, H. Rap Brown,
Mm.
George Jackson, like all the people, and she's gonna begin to cry. And so, as someone who sat at her dining room table, going, hearing these stories and sharing these moments, yeah, I watch you, I listen to you, but I spend my time trying to make sure my kid is hopeful and and has what she needs and is not getting sort of mired down in the woe that is this world right now. So no,
Mm.
I don't watch the hearings.
Okay. Well, I enjoyed them immensely just for cathartic. I mean, it was cathartic to see the undressing, but I also am smart enough to know it matters not really, because until the majority of us decide that we want to see something different, yelling into the void is just not the answer. And to your
Right.
point, the more we double down on what we can do, the more things get done. So I receive all of that, Kwame Alexander.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will